I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. The Raptors begin the game with the basketball. Powell to Van Vliet. Screen coming. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the whirlwind that is the Toronto Raptors?
Well, you start with the positive. Last year was the first time in franchise history they were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And here we are. This team still having a chance to win the Eastern Conference again.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Shot by Zubac, off the mark. Powell to Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. Pascal Siakam to Powell. And he hits.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Leonard. And he's going to the line to shoot.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Screen coming. Powell to Van Vliet. Here's a chance from long range. Van Vliet denied. Have to like the defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beverly to Leonard. Beverly to Leonard. Not that time.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Gets a look. Can't hit. Oh, and a putback.
I mean, really? Is it really difficult to box out these days?
To Beverly. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
Powell to Gasol. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Pascal Siakam trying to cash in on the 3-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in L.A. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in L.A. now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
From the outside, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
They work it down to Gasol. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Beverley into the front court. Right now, down 7. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Powell. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Has a chance. Offensive rebound. Kawhi Leonard. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Fred VanVleet to Powell. Beverley into the front court. 5-point game. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. So it'll stay with the LA Clippers. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Not going down for him this time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Powell. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Harkless. It was right there. Powell. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Pascal Siakam sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Here comes the screen. From long range, can't blame the defense. Mo Harkless, tough 3.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Powell to Gasol. Able to convert inside. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Taken by the Raptors. Count the basket inside.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Clippers have the basketball. Flushes it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Powell. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. Now down 6. The screen sets him up for 2.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Powell, down low Gasol. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Marc Gasol at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Leonard to Williams. Won't go. Can't connect from inside. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's his 2nd time in his career he's been named 6th man of the year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Powell to Gasol. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard to Williams. Down low for Leonard. Can't miss those.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Knocks it down off the step back.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Williams across the timeline. His team down 9. They'll get it down low to Harrell. And a whistle.
And you can't lunge like that.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Williams to Harkless. 5 seconds to shoot. Williams Man, that was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. McCall. To Gasol. Short jumper. Won't fall. Williams into the front court. Down 6. Magruder against a Kentucky product. To Harkless. Has a look. Lou Williams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
McCaw into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. Down low. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of... Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Williams. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Just not going down. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Raptors in front. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Toronto has the basketball. To McCaw. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Hollis Jefferson. McCall. They work it down to Gasol. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Screen coming. Leonard gets it in the left corner. To Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 for 7.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Stanley Johnson. Down low Gasol. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Williams into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Here comes the screen. Leonard can't connect from in close.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything. That's why shots aren't dropping.
McCall to Gasol. Count the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Williams across the timeline. Down 12. Leonard to Williams. Nothing going here on that drive. Williams to Leonard. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. McCaw into the front court. His team leads it by 10. To Stanley Johnson. And he knocks it down, Jay. It's LA Clippers ball.
That's me. I got ball.
Probing the defense. Green with a shot that won't go down.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Deep two there, won't go. To Gasol. And scores. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Fred VanVleet. That'll get out off the Raptors. Williams into the front court. 14-point deficit. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson able to recover with the block. Toronto with the basketball to Ibaka. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Williams across the timeline. Down a bundle. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Powell to VanVleet. OG Anunoby. A couple of free throws on the way. Not the best career mark, 62%. Nope, first one does not go. Misses the second as well. It's the Clippers with the possession now. No, I missed a short one there. Probing the defense. To Gasol. Powell to Gasol. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To Leonard. Beverly to Leonard. Fires the three, and he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Powell. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Kawhi Leonard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Clippers have the basketball. To Williams. Surveys the floor. Williams. They'll get it down to Leonard. The pass set it all up.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Powell to Gasol. Throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Leonard. Able to convert inside. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Down low. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Leonard to Harkless. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet. To Powell. Gasol. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Beverly to Harkless. From the painted area, won't go down. Pascal Siakam, huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Gasol. Easy path to the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fred VanVleet, they work it down to Gasol, to Powell. Has a chance and strokes it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Powell to Gasol. Passed it off. And scores. Strong take.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Powell to VanVleet. Gasol to VanVleet. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Powell to Gasol. Kawhi Leonard with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
It goes down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Beverly to Leonard. To Beverly. Beyond the arc for three. This guy's tough. Patrick Beverly, hand in his face, still drills it.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Raptors will start the second half with a decent lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors are a team that's playing unselfish basketball and reaping the benefits. Great chemistry from these guys in the opening half, and it bodes well for them moving forward. Marc Gasol is doing the most sharing with his teammates.
Player of the half.
Marc Gasol and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. He wants it at the rim and scores.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Count the bucket for 2.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished 3rd in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Oh, big finish at the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Leonard. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Fred VanVleet to Powell. No good. It's the Clippers with the possession now. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Cruises inside for two.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Kawhi Leonard. That's no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Leonard. For three. Won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Beverly. Down low for Leonard. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Kawhi Leonard has got two shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Defense, let's go.
Fred VanVleet. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot.
LA Clippers with the basketball.
I got blocked.
Leonard to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
I got ball.
Leonard. OG Anunoby rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Powell. Serge Ibaka. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Powell. Not that time. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Leonard. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
first one goes down.
Number 14,
And he makes them both. Fred VanVleet to Powell.
Yo, clear out, clear out. Here he comes.
The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. To Leonard. Has a look. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Working hard on the glass. And draws the foul.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. First one, count it.
stepping in for the Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's LA Clippers ball. Kawhi Leonard up against Patrick McCaw. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Kawhi Leonard with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Hollis-Jefferson. To Stanley Johnson. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Stanley Johnson. No good. Leonard to Williams. Lou Williams. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
To McCaw. Here comes the screen. Johnson to Ibaka. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Serge Ibaka at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Williams. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. McCall to Stanley Johnson. Oh, it's going the other way. 5 seconds. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Toronto has the basketball. To Stanley Johnson. Baseline drive. Nice finish at the rim.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Lou Williams. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
I got him. I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. For 3, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
McCall into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. To Hollis Jefferson. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Hollis Jefferson. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Clippers have the basketball. That pass taken away by Toronto. McCall to Stanley Johnson. Almost unlucky bounce. To Williams. To Leonard. Trying to cash in. Lou Williams. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Can't connect from in close. Williams into the front court. He'll run the offense. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. Fred VanVleet. It's good.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Leonard. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Leonard. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams. To Hollis Jefferson. Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Scores from the post.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Fred VanVleet, deep left corner. To Stanley Johnson. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Deep 2 there, won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Fred VanVleet. Hollis Jefferson, defended by Harkless. Ibaka to McCaw. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Advantage to the D. Won't go for McCaw. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. That's toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Screen coming. Five to shoot for Toronto. Here's a chance from long range. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Leonard to Harkless. To Beverly. Leonard had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
McCall to Ibaka. Patrick Patterson swats it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Fred VanVleet. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock from long range. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Short jumper off the mark. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Powell to VanVleet. Powell to VanVleet. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Powell. To Hollis Jefferson. Powell. Nice pass to get things going. To Beverly. Down low for Leonard. Won't go down. To Powell. Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Marc Gasol trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Beverly to Leonard. To Beverly. Shot won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Powell. To Gasol. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
LA with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Download Gasol. Short jumper misses. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly. They'll get it down to Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Powell. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Beverly. Leonard. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Fred VanVleet to Powell. From the outside, no good. Beverly to Leonard. Got it.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Screen coming. Powell. To VanVleet. Pascal Siakam. Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Powell to VanVleet. Screen coming. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Off the mark. Well contested.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard's shot won't go down. It's the Raptors with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put one in the win column with a solid performance. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Won by the Toronto Raptors. Powell. He gets it. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard. That pass taken away by Toronto.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Throws it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Leonard to Beverly. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark. To Van Vliet. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Count the basket at the rim.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Curling inside. Beverly's shot no good. Powell to Van Vliet. Five on the shot clock. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverly to Leonard. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Five to shoot. Here's Leonard for two. Gets a shot up off the mark. Powell to Gasol. Down low. Whoa! What a finish. Safe to say, notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good. Other times, things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard. The Raptors able to clear the board. To Gasol. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Beverly into the front court. 8-0 is the score. Hat-trick Beverly. Missed his first. That one goes.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Powell. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Beverly. Here comes the screen. The jumper's off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Powell to Gasol. Not done yet. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Beverly. Raptors come away with it. finishes strong.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Fred VanVleet to Powell. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Pascal Siakam to VanVleet. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. Now Doc Rivers gonna call a timeout here. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Beverly. Missed it. How'd that not go down?
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To VanVleet. Marc Gasol. He's now 4 for 6.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
That's a momentum play right there. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
To Powell. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Beverly into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Powell. Scores from the post.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
It's a big finish. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beverly. Marc Gasol pins it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Changes coming from both sides right now. Williams to Beverly. 4-3. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Stanley Johnson. Screen coming. Johnson to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down. This is spiraling out of control.
And this is where you feel so bad for that assistant coach that had the defensive scouting report. You know he put in the time and effort to give you all the right tools to win this game. You've been caught out of position each and every time, which is the reason you're down.
Yeah, you don't want to make the boss unhappy. To Williams. Going to launch beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Toronto with the basketball. To Van Vliet. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Beverly, down low Green. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Powell to Hollis Jefferson. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Fred Van Vliet to Hollis Jefferson. Down to 5 on the 24. Doesn't get the bounce. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 15. To Williams. Beverly to Harkless. LA with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Powell. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverly to Williams. To Beverly. Has a look. Beverly's shot no good. Powell to Hollis Jefferson.
Hands off, get the board.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Trying to cash in. Harrell can't connect. First quarter's complete. It's been all Raptors. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Williams into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. To Hollis Jefferson. Another chance. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. McCaw Here comes the screen. They work it down to Gasol. Able to convert inside. Williams across the timeline. We're a minute into the second quarter. Oh, wasn't sure if he'd even shoot it, yet it goes down.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
McCaw into the front court. His team on top by 13. To Gasol. Johnson. Has a chance. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Williams. To Harkless. Shot clock winding down. Johnson to Gasol. To McCaw. Here comes the screen. McCaw. For three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gasol tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Leonard to Williams. Has a look. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. McCaw into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. To Hollis Jefferson. Won't go. Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Clippers have the basketball. Williams. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Off the assist. McCaw into the front court. The lead is 11. Here comes the screen. Off the mark. Another shot won't go either.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Here comes the screen. To Stanley Johnson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Stanley Johnson. No good. Williams into the front court. Down 11. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Defense making the ball handler work. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To McCaw. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
McCaw into the front court. The lead stands at 9. to Stanley Johnson. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Leonard. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 54, Patrick Patterson.
McCaw into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Pascal Siakam from long range. Well defended, but Patrick McCaw with the 3.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
To Leonard. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3, and he buries it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
McCaw into the front court. His team leads it by 10. And he hits. Williams across the timeline. Down a dozen. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fires the 3. No good. That's great defense. McCaw into the front court. Up a dozen. To Gasol. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
McCaw into the front court. The lead is 12. Shot clock winding down. Fires the 3. OG Anunoby is going to get a chance at 3 here. Not the best career mark, 62%. Knocks down the first. Second one's no good. One more coming. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 4 out of 7.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Powell. Down low Gasol. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Beverly into the front court. Down 12. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Gasol. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Beverly into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Leonard to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. The shot almost. Powell to Van Vliet. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beverly to Leonard. To Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Pascal Siakam to Powell. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Trying to cash in. Harrell can't connect. Desperation shot here from half court. That'll do it for the first half. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Raptors put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Marc Gasol has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. And he finishes at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Powell to Van Vliet. Screen coming. Fred Van Vliet to Powell. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Beverly. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Powell. Gets it in the right corner. Here comes the screen. Beyond the arc for 3. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Runner's good there.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Beverly. From the painted area, won't go down. To Van Vliet. Screen coming. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. He connects off the step back.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Leonard to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet takes stock of the floor. To Hollis Jefferson. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. To Leonard. 4-3. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Hollis Jefferson up against Patterson. To VanVleet. Going to launch beyond the arc. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense. Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. To Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet. For 3. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fred VanVleet to Hollis Jefferson. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Fred VanVleet to Hollis Jefferson. Able to convert inside. Down low for Leonard. Missed a wide open look. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
OG Anunoby has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Williams into the front court. 14-point deficit. To Leonard. Off the assist.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
McCall to Hollis Jefferson. Stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Kawhi Leonard. Not that time. McCaw into the front court. They lead it by 14. to Hollis Jefferson. Screen coming.
Hey, screen.
The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Nothing going here on that drive. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
McCall to Hollis Jefferson. Clippers have the basketball. Williams to Leonard. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Williams across the timeline. Down by 15 to Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. And throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Hollis Jefferson. To McCaw. 5 to shoot for Toronto. McCaw. The shot clock expires. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Entering the game for the Toronto Raptors.
Leonard to Williams. Great feed. Lou Williams. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Toronto with the basketball to Hollis Jefferson. Here comes the screen. No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. McCall to Hollis Jefferson. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Has a chance, knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
McCaw into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Williams into the front court. He'll run the offense to Leonard. Not giving up on that play. The result, a tie-up. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. McCaw into the front court. The lead is 11. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
McCall to Hollis Jefferson. To McCaw. Johnson. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To to Williams. To Leonard. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
A shot by McCaw misses. They'll let one fly from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Raptors have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Beverly to Harkless. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Fred VanVleet to Hollis Jefferson. Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Powell to VanVleet. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Hollis Jefferson. Fred VanVleet. LA Clippers with the basketball. Lou Williams. 3 for 6 now.
You know what we call that, Ed? We call that now you see me, now you don't.
To VanVleet. Short jumper off the mark. Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Can't connect.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Count it. Fred VanVleet to Hollis Jefferson. Deep and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard to Beverly. Norman Powell able to recover with the block. That's out. Last touch by Norman Powell. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Harkless. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Powell to Stanley Johnson. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here we go. I got him.
Leonard. Johnson to Van Vliet.
ISO. String come.
To Hollis Jefferson. And counted at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Harkless. It's rebounded by Gasol. Johnson to Hollis Jefferson. Fred Van Vliet. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Fred Van Vliet, bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverly to Leonard. To Beverly. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
The follow won't go either. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 14. Leonard to Harkless. To Leonard. From long range, he missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Powell to Van Vliet. To Hollis Jefferson. Has a look. And it's Harrell who comes away with the rebound. Beverly into the front court. His guys down 11. Harkless to Leonard. Beverly to Harkless. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. Stanley Johnson. Huge block. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Stepping in for the Raptors, number 3.
Fred Van Vliet to Hollis Jefferson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Fred Van Vliet to Hollis Jefferson. Gasol. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 15. LA with 4 to shoot. Beverly fires the 3. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
To Hollis Jefferson. The pass set it all up.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Knocked loose. Powell to Van Vliet. And the finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Screen coming. To Beverly. Trying to cash in. Beverly's shot no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Gasol, down low. And count the basket.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Beverly. Powell to Van Vliet. Powell. They work it down to Gasol. Can't connect. Even to Zubats with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Beverly. And he'll go to the foul line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And hits the first free throw.
That's a midi.
Two for two on that trip. To Gasol. And the nice finish at the rim.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Down to 5 on the 24. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Powell to Hollis Jefferson. Here comes the screen. Shot from Hollis Jefferson, no good. Long heave from three-quarters court. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put together a nice win here today. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Toronto Raptors looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
Marc Gasol wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
The Raptors control the tap. Powell to Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Powell to Van Vliet. To Gasol. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
To Leonard. No good. Fred Van Vliet. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet to Powell. Down low Gasol. Turns and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Leonard. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Powell to Gasol. Sizing up the defense. Not today. Beverly into the front court. Leads 1. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Offensive goaltending. Waves it off. Leonard. Shot from in close, no good. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Even to Zoom.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Pascal Siakam. To Powell. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Fires the 3. And the Clippers with the rebound. To Beverly. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Clippers have got it. Beverly. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Raptors have the rebound. Powell. Deep left corner. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Beverly into the front court. Up 5. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Not that time. The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Beverly to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. Message received. Well defended. Has a chance. He's looking for that touch. Beverly into the front court. Leads 5. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Clippers have it. Leonard to Beverly. Here comes the screen. Leonard. Ah, the monster stuff. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Powell to VanVleet. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Leonard. That pass taken away by Toronto. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet, bad pass there. Clippers have it. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Clippers have got it. Marc Gasol with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Powell. Nothing going here on that drive. To Powell. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from long range. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Leonard. Spinning shot. Won't fall. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
OG Anunoby, couple of free throws on the way. Not the best career mark, 62%. First try at the line, no good. Off the mark, 0 for 2 at the line. Beverly to Leonard. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Knocked loose. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Williams. Screen coming. Deep 2 there, won't go. Fred VanVleet. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jody Meeks at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. And he missed the free throw. Beverly into the front court. His team up by 1. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. To Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. Ibaka. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Beverly. Leonard to Beverly. 5 seconds to shoot. Leonard. Cleared by Ibaka. Fred Van Vliet. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Leonard. To Williams. Short jumper off the mark. Fred Van Vliet. Here comes the screen. To Ibaka. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Serge Ibaka trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Off the mark at the line. Williams across the timeline. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard to Williams. Trying to cash in. Williams' shot won't go. Deep 3 at the buzzer.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Jody Meeks is going to get 3 shots here. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second to 3, got it. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Raptors in front. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
McCall to Ibaka. To Stanley Johnson. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. McCaw into the front court. Leads 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. From the outside, no good. Williams into the front court. They're down 3. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Serge Ibaka swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Hollis Jefferson, defended by Harkless. Serge Ibaka, 3 for 3 in this first half.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Has a chance. Shot by Harkless off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Toronto with the basketball. Probing the defense to Stanley Johnson. Ibaka. Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Gets it in the left corner. Williams. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Lou Williams at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. First one, counted. So he hits the first, misses the second. Powell here against Harkless. Ibaka to Hollis Jefferson. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Williams across the timeline. Down just a couple. Deep left corner. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Powell to Stanley Johnson. Powell to McCaw. Has a look. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Powell to Hollis Jefferson. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. The rebound comes down to Toronto. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Powell. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Williams. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
That boy's living his best life.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Powell. Down the lane to lay it in.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Powell. Probing the defense. To Gasol. Nothing going here on that drive. Marc Gasol. He's now 4 for 6.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. Down 6. To Harkless. Has a look. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Pascal Siakam to Hollis Jefferson. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverly. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Hollis Jefferson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Beverly into the front court. Down 4. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Goes to the left side. Harkless to Beverly. Won't go. Toronto has the basketball. To Hollis Jefferson. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had it. Beverly into the front court, trailing by 4. To Harkless. Here comes the screen. Harkless. Can't connect. Powell. Knocked loose. 5 to shoot for Toronto. To Powell. 4-3. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harkless to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Powell. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Leonard to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Powell. Shot from in close, no good. To Beverly. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Deep two there, won't go. Powell to Van Vliet. Beverly into the front court. Now down 6. To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Beverly to Leonard for 3. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw try, off the mark. Powell to Gasol. That's usually one that he'll knock down. .15-footer at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Raptors have the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Marc Gasol did a remarkable job of swatting shot after shot. Scorers have got to be thinking twice when he's within range.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
It's LA Clippers ball. Scores from the post. To Van Vliet. Here comes the screen. Fred Van Vliet. Marc Gasol. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Toronto with the basketball. Pascal Siakam gets it in the left corner. Short jumper stays out. Another shot stays out.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
LA with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. And he scores on the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Defense, let's go.
Powell. Able to convert inside.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Beverly to Leonard. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Fred Van Vliet to Gasol. Down low. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Beverly.
Hey, I'm hitting.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Beverly. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Van Vliet. To Gasol. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good off the mark. Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Ivica Zubac. He's got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Powell. No good. Beverly into the front court. His guy's down 3. Screen coming. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard for 2. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First free throw is good. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Deep left corner. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Kawhi Leonard pins it. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Time for some new personnel into the game. Good look that time, but off the mark. Beverly into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Marc Gasol tips it. That'll get out off the Raptors. Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. To Leonard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
They work it down to the... Stuffs it down with authority. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Beverly to Leonard. Driving right to the basket. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. To VanVleet. Down low Gasol. Slam dunk.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Here comes the screen. Beverly. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beverly into the front court. Down 4. Leonard. Great look and vision. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Powell to VanVleet. To Gasol. Down low. Even to Zubac. Sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Beverly to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Fine to shoot. Leonard. Not easy.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Short jumper misses. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. Down low to Williams.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Down to 5 on the 24. Williams. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Rises for the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To VanVleet.
Screen coming left, screen coming.
To Gasol. Over to the right side. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
To Williams.
Going up.
And the rebound taken by Gasol. Powell to Gasol. From the painted area, won't go down. Pascal Siakam. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Leonard. And count the basket inside.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Powell to VanVleet. Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. McCall. They work it down to Gasol. Works it to McCall. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Beverly. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
To Gasol. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Third quarter comes to an end. The Raptors in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more importantly.
Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. McCall into the front court. Leads one. To Stanley Johnson. To Hollis Jefferson. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. And the finish, slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Patrick McCall. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. To Ibaka. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
They'll get it down low to Harrell. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. McCall into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. To Stanley Johnson. Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Has a chance. Won't go. He can do better than that. Leonard to Beverly. To McCall. Johnson. To McCall. Five to shoot for Toronto. Here's a chance from long range. Shakes free and hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Leonard. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Changes coming from both sides right now. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Beverly down low for Leonard. And he'll head to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. Hat-trick Beverly. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate...
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Fred VanVleet. Nice pass to get things going.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Shot for Harkless, no good. Fred VanVleet to Hollis Jefferson. Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
Leonard. Oh, the slam popped out to Hollis Jefferson. Stuffs it down with authority.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Toronto with the basketball to VanVleet. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Fred VanVleet. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Powell to Hollis Jefferson. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Beverly into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Leonard. Layup goes down. Well done.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Able to convert inside. LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Huge block. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Pascal Siakam, download this all. Knocks it down from mid-range.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Leonard to Beverly. Leonard. Pascal Siakam with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Williams. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Beverly to Leonard. Williams. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Powell. To Gasol. Down low. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Powell. To Gasol. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Leonard. Over to the right side. To Leonard. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. They're in position. Let's see who can retain it. Gets to the basket and scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Gasol. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. Beverly. Gasol with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down.
Oh, yeah, good shot, Way to hit, way to hit.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. To Hollis Jefferson. Scores from the post. Timeout called here by the Clippers. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Williams to Leonard. Beverly. Could not throw it down. It's the Raptors with the basketball. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors emerged victorious after a tight finish. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Clippers finished on the losing end of a close score. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
player of the game.
Marc Gasol really turned this game into a spectacle with all of the blocked shots. He put together an amazing combination of timing and awareness to provide some excellent highlights.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.